Hey guys, and welcome to another episode. We're going to be talking about the memory box today. So if you are new here, welcome. But if you're old here, this is probably one of the products that you want a little bit more information on because it is one of our most unique products. So the memory box is a storage only product that we have. So every other time capsule that we have focuses on a 30-minute video that you will make with your loved ones, but this one again is storage only. So I'm going to show you a short little video that describes the product before I even hop into it to give some other people a chance to log on, and we'll start with that. Here we go. All right, so I hope that was a useful video for you guys just to understand a little bit more about what we'll be talking about today. And I want to preface this by saying that all of our products are digital. When you order them from Amazon, you'll be getting luxury packaging, but the product itself is a next generation digital time capsule. So I will be unboxing the product packaging so that you can get an idea of what exactly it is that you're paying for and what comes in the mail when you order a memory box from our Not Forgotten Amazon storefront. So first I want to say it will come in this navy envelope, our logo obviously right here, and inside of that will be the brochure. Now the brochure is, perfect. Definitely a must-have if you're giving this to someone as a gift because it is a time capsule, and for a lot of people that might seem very niche and confusing. So this really breaks it down on how simple the product is and how people use it. Tells you a little bit about us and our company, and ways to contact us, privacy policy, frequently asked questions. All of that is broken down in this brochure. Now, a lot of people who might struggle with technology would really benefit from page 13, which breaks down how we, do all of our time capsules, how they're all stored and archived, and more importantly, like what you would be able to do with them once you create one. Of course, you can share it on whatever platform that you like once you create it. Now, this brochure is great. You can put it on your coffee table. It's a great conversation starter, as well as the fact that it has every answer that you'll need when purchasing a Not Forgotten time capsule. After that, there is a certificate that you should definitely, store this in a safe place with the rest of your files. And it just certifies that you have created a time capsule with Not Forgotten. And also it says on the bottom, it shows people how to actually find your time capsule in our Not Forgotten library. So Not Forgotten is a business, but we're also a registered special library. And because we're a designated special library, you can find us through library records, which is really great. So that's what you get. And then you also get will and estate bequest, which is really just a little like index card size file to put into your will to remind your family and friends yet again that you have created a time capsule and that it's very easy to find if they're interested in looking at it. Lastly, you get a family tree graph, which is on archival paper, so it will last for a little bit longer, and you could fill it out with your family, sit them down, have a fun activity out of it, and then you know for your own family tree who in your family has made a not forgotten time capsule and who still has to. So, you know, when you're thinking of a gift to give someone and you might be drawing a few blanks, go ahead, reference this graph, see who has not yet made a time capsule, and gift them a not forgotten one. So it's a really cool activity that you can do with your family and start to piece together your not forgotten family tree. And of course, because it is digital, you also get a gift card. So when you go on, you redeem your license code online and you'll be able to view, you'll be able to start putting together your time capsule. Now the memory box is, again, storage only. So a lot of our products focus on a 30-minute video of your life story. There's different templates, different questions that you can ask. You can choose if you want a videographer to do it for you in home or virtually, or you can do the DIY options, which is, you know, you can film it from your smartphone or your iPad or anything with a camera really, and you can drag and drop the footage into your time capsule. So those are really great options if you want to focus on more of an interview style, documentary style, stunning film. But if you have a lot of other maybe random pieces of digital media that would complement your video, I definitely suggest the memory box because the memory box is 20 gigabytes. So that allows you for 7 to 10,000 like iPhone quality photos or 20 hours of video. Obviously you can do a combination of both. You can add some voicemails, you can add other forms like music, things like that. And that'll work out really well for you. You don't have to hold back. There's plenty of space to create a really beautiful personalized product. And all of our technology is very unique. It's made right here in the United States. And these gifts are made to be kept for quite a long time. The memory box is actually preserved in our libraries for 150 years. That is 5 generations of your family. So think of like your family keepsake box full of photos, mementos, treasures. This is the digital version that we put into our library and secure. Now, these memory boxes are capturing the stories that are worth sharing forever. So I don't want you guys to think of this as like a Dropbox by any means. If you have, you know, millions of photos, definitely go over to Dropbox and store them there. This is more so about those really beautiful moments that you select. You are really careful when you go through all of your photos and videos and things like that, and they are the most special moments. So, you know, if you were leaving your house and exiting and you were in a fire, what are the photographs that you would save? Those are the ones that you put in your time capsule. So be selective. Just like when you were building a physical time capsule back in the day, you would go outside, you would bury it, you'd get together with your friends, you'd pick out like an item or two and you'd bury it. It's a similar concept, so you have to be selective and really thoughtful about what you choose to put in there. And then once you're done making your time capsule or your memory box, in this case to be specific, you would lock it up. So choose an opening date. It's a really great idea, especially if you're like a new couple, for example, and you just got married, to do a wedding memory box and then lock it up and set the opening date for your 5 or 10 year anniversary so you have a really beautiful moment to look back on. Similarly, if you are a pregnant woman and you're about to have a child, it'd be a great idea to make like a pregnancy memory box to document your whole journey, and then a memory box when you have your first child, and there's guaranteed to be a ton of, you know, really great pictures that everyone's taking. And the first year that they're born, there are always so many pictures. So if you don't really know where to store them, the memory box is perfect for you. I think these products are amazing for people who don't love, you know, USBs, hard drives, always backing things up. If you're not the most tech savvy, I feel like these products are actually perfect because they'll help you get your life organized. You do one thing, you make one memory box. It's not a subscription base. You don't have to, you know, keep sending us money to archive it and preserve it for you. You do a one-time payment and you don't have to worry about it for 150 years. No matter what happens with technology down the road, we're always switching out all of our technology to make sure it's compatible with whatever we're using. So we never become, you know, technologically obsolete. And then also we protect all of our files from data rot. So a huge issue that we're seeing, especially now when we, you know, capture our entire lives on our smartphones, the videos and photos that we are taking may not actually even last a generation because data rot is a very real issue. So just like an old photo, I use this analogy literally all the time, but the old photograph, it goes brown, the edges have curled up. You know that a photo has aged when you just take a look at it. And the same thing goes for our digital media. Time passes, media ages just like a photograph would. And at a certain point, because the pixels are going to start, eroding and rotting away, you go and open up a video to watch it, and you open it up and it says file corrupt. When you get a file corrupt notification, it means that your file has rotted away from data rot. Now, if you do open that file, if you're lucky enough to be able to even open it, this is when things get tricky because it looks like you have the file saved and preserved and all of that, but when you actually go to watch it, it's not great quality at all. The sound is usually impacted, it's glitching and things like that. So it's a hard truth to swallow because it does mean that the way that we've been saving our memories in the past has not been as important. We haven't been paying enough attention because we really didn't. This is fairly new. The iPhone is fairly new. Us capturing our lives is fairly new. So we're kind of experimenting with how to save it. So that's why we have the cloud and things like that. But through technology research, we've learned that at the 10-year mark is when your files starts to get a little bit concerning. You have to just make sure that all of your files are protected if they're the ones that you really want to keep. So it might be okay if, the picture of your lunch that you stored in the iCloud years and years ago is not really great quality and has degraded quite a bit. But, the birth of your firstborn, you definitely want to have those photos, forever and to cherish them. So I think memory boxes are a perfect place for really special moments. Now, all of our time capsules come with basics, which I want to illustrate because if you say, oh, the memory box is great, but it's not for me, I want to try another product, rest assured that you'll always get these features as well. So number one, our time capsules are never lost. Like the physical time capsules, they are lost a lot. 80 to 90% of them are actually lost when they're buried in the ground. They're forgotten about. They're even stolen. So digital time capsules are much, much easier to track and just catalog meticulously. So we have done that. You can ensure that they're never going to be lost. And then each time capsule is linked to your family's history using JetCom. It's a genealogy data communications link. Jargon aside, it really means that it's very easy for your friends and family to find your time capsule or your memory box when you want to show it to them. They don't have to be detectives. We've made it very user-friendly in that way. Now, we're also the technology behind the International Time Capsule Society, so every single time capsule or memory box that you create with us will be mapped on the International Time Capsule Society registry. So there's a map of all the registered time capsules in the whole world, and you would be on that map. Now, obviously, you have privacy, so you can make your time capsules public or private. Either way, they'll be on that map. People can look at them because we're a library, so you'll get a basic library record, but they won't be able to actually look inside of your time capsule if you choose private. Now, premium time capsules like the memory box that we're talking about can even be cataloged on the WorldCat and recorded on the blockchain. So for any tech lovers out there, we operate on Ethereum. We have a smart contract with Ethereum blockchain, and you could get that feature. Now, it is optional because the price for Ethereum goes up and down. So we're obviously not going to charge, grandma an arm and a leg for something she does not even understand, like the blockchain. But it is optional for those of you who want it. Now, the WorldCat is the world's largest library database. It's home to, more than 10,000 libraries worldwide, and we operate on that. So they will be there, ensuring that there's so many different ways, so many different copies that you won't lose them. Second, we cover all of our time capsules against data rot and technology obsolescence, which I just went over. We use a cast iron combination of preservation policy and data storage in climate control data vaults in the United States. So we have one on the West Coast, one in Tennessee, and one in a secret location. And we adhere to standards set forth by the U.S. Library of Congress and the U.S. National Archives and Records Administration. So we have very high archiving standards. We're pretty proud of those. Lastly, all of our time capsules are safeguarded and protected by our trust. It is called the Digital Preservation Trust. And their whole job is to just make sure that, they're ensuring the survival of all of your files. If they notice that something's maybe rotting away from data rot, they'll quickly switch it out. Similarly, with technology obsolescence, they're always making sure that we have the most compatible technology to whatever we're using at the current time. So if you and I went on a field trip to the climate control data vault, you would be able to see that our technology is not stored on like VHS tapes, for example, or DVDs. We've progressed much further along and way past that. So this is what we're doing, and anything that you guys do with us will always have those 3 basics, which is really important. Now, we've had Reuters cover us, and they said that Not Forgotten strives for immortality. Of course, that is definitely what we strive for. It is like what all of us hope for our family stories to live on for generations, for words of wisdom to pass down, and Not Forgotten allows us to do that. Instead of just, telling someone else that your great grandma gave you this kind of advice, you can actually open up a video of her actually talking about it and introduce her to people that she would never get a chance to meet. So I think that's really great. And there's a lot of things that video portrays that something like flat media doesn't. So when you're looking at a photograph, everyone's like, their emotions are very flat. Like you have 1 second that's been captured, but you don't really know like what their voice sounds like, for example, or the way they laugh. Simple things that really add an entirely new element to storytelling. And video will be able to illustrate that in the best way possible. So again, your memory box has up to 20 hours of video. If you want to take like an hour-long video of everyone that you love, or 30 minutes, and start putting together a box full of just people's perspectives that you love in 2021, you can do that. That would be really cool. Then you can have a party and next year, or even a few years from now, and have everyone come together. It really incentivizes them to get together and not flake last minute and watch a time capsule of what they, thought. I think we're living through some really intense times right now, and I think capturing it in a time capsule is a really interesting thing that you could do to look back on when you're, talking about the fact that you lived through the COVID pandemic and you experienced this, that, and you'll have a video to actually see what you looked like during that time and how you felt and things like that. So I think they're a really great idea. And the fact is that you have 20 gigabytes, so you can scan journal entries, you can put in voicemails, you can do really anything that's digital. You can do, you can put in there and drag and drop into your memory box. It's very simple to assemble. If you have any failing recipes, you can digitize them. So really anything you want can go in there. Now, just like our 3 basics, every product is mapped so that it doesn't get lost, and the memory box is actually mapped in 5 different ways. So number 1, like I said before, you get that genealogy record. It's created and bound to your time capsule. Your time capsule is mapped on the International Time Capsule Society Registry. Your time capsule will have a basic library record and also a personalized library record, as well as it being cataloged in the world's largest library catalog. So that's all good. When I say basic versus personalized library record, personalized just has the photo and basic is just, a regular library record. Now, that is pretty much that, but I will say that this is an amazing opportunity to give the people that you've never met before, your loved ones, your descendants, a chance to get to know you and learn from you and, understand the spectacular human that you are through these videos and through whatever documents and photos and digital media uploads that you choose to share. This will last for 150 years. It doesn't rot. It won't get lost. And it's really great because of its room for creativity and also universal appeal. Anyone in the world can make a time capsule. They can make a memory box and they can design it however they want to. So when you do purchase it, again, this product differs from every other product that we have. We have a total of 6. And the memory box is the only one that is storage only and revolves much more than just around a 30-minute video, which is very powerful in itself. But this one allows you to have, everything that you need. And I get a lot of questions that say, okay, if I have, 40 gigabytes, can I just add extra space into my memory box? No, we recommend that you just buy a new memory box and organize it that way. You don't want to just throw everything in one memory box. It's a really good idea to keep them separate. I wrote down an idea of things that you guys can do, but I'm going to also say that the memory boxes make perfect gifts for any occasion. So I'm going to show you a quick gift video so you can get a better understanding of, why someone would want to buy these. Okay, so I hope that was helpful for you guys to understand, the gifting element to Not Forgotten, since we see a lot of success with people purchasing our products as gifts. Now, I want to give you a little list that I put together of maybe things that you can put into your memory box. But if you guys have any important documents and records, I think that is a great place to store any of them. Whether that is a copy of like your birth certificate, great place to put your memory box. Anything like that. Even if you have, like, if you come from a military family and you have enlistment papers, those are really interesting to put into your time capsule too. Because let's just say, like, I was on Ancestry.com, I was building my family tree. Because Not Forgotten is a library and I was looking for, like, family records, I could just drag my memory box right into there and keep building my family tree. So it'd be really helpful to have those records and understand, where your relative went, when they served, how long they were there for, and things like that. Now, photos are really important, and I highly recommend everyone, if you already have physical photos, to scan them and digitize them and put them into your time capsule, because over time your photos are going to fade, they're going to become discolored, and you might not even have them for much longer. And I think it's important because a lot of the photos that we're talking about that we still have hard copies of are from, before the iPhone, before we were taking photos of everything all the time. And these photos are really special. There is no backup. There's no copy of them. So I think it's really important to preserve the ones that you already have so that generations that follow will be able to look at your photos as well. I know my grandma was talking to me about one of the photos she has of her great-grandfather who was in the war. And they obviously did not record a lot back then. So there's not too many photos of him. It's the only one that she has. But it has been so discolored and it's really hard to look at for her because it's aged so considerably and she can't really see it anymore. Yeah, and then if you also have like awards or medals or trophies or, anything that you earned that you're really proud of, taking a picture of that and putting it in your time capsule is a wonderful idea. I think the best part about the fact that these are digital products is that although these are physical assets, we can scan and digitize them here at Not Forgotten so that you don't have to give up the things that you want. And I think that's really important. When you were making a physical time capsule back in the day, let's say I wanted to put in my necklace that I wear a lot, I would be able to, but I'd also have to take it on my neck and bury it in the ground and never see it again. So the fact that these are digital allows you to like save a copy of things that really matter to you while holding on to the real thing. It's really great because you don't have to lose anything, and you also always have various documentation and copies. Now, there's a lot of mementos that you can put in there. I'm not here to judge. Whatever you want to put in is fine by us. Also, letters. I am a huge letter person. I've saved every birthday card I've gotten since like my 5th birthday. And they're in my closet. So obviously the ones that are really important to me, I would scan them, I would digitize them, and I'd put them in my time capsule. Also think about like the weird quirky things that maybe your parents have given you, like little notes that they've left you, or maybe letters that they've written you. For example, I have my grandma's little, she wrote down like every single day a lesson for me that she had, and they're on, obviously it's her handwriting on her like little notepad. And I think it's important because for me, I love that little stack of notes, but to someone else, they might think, oh, it's just, a piece of paper with writing on it, and they might accidentally throw it out, or it might get lost or something like that. So if I've scanned it and I put it in my memory box, no matter what happens, I won't have to worry about it. And I move a lot. I move frequently. So for people who move a lot, I know things always get lost with the movers. That's really important to note. And also if, like with natural disasters, if you had a hurricane, I went to school in Miami, so I had a lot of hurricane season things, and we learned a lot about how to prep for that kind of stuff. But they don't ever tell you like what to do with your like photos and things that really matter to you. So if you live in an area maybe that's prone to flooding or wildfires, I think memory boxes are genius and essential because you don't want anything to get lost that you cannot ever see again or read or look at it again. When you have the memory box, and you have that anxiety that's taken off, that weight off your shoulder, that no matter what happens in life, all of your precious moments are going to be there for not only you, but for your kids, your kids' kids, for generations to follow. So I think that's a really cool concept, and I'm glad that, we're able to provide that with these time capsules. And like I said, with writing, diary entries are huge. If you had a diary growing up and you have like a really funny entry from when you were younger, this is definitely the time to scan that and save it. and also video uploads. So video uploads, we have so many videos at our fingertips, so really be, picky about what you choose to put in there, but video uploads are great, and you can put in some old footage too, so it doesn't continue to rot away from the data rot. So if you are an athlete, for example, and there's some old footage of you, playing soccer at your college, now is a really good time to grab that footage and put it into a memory box, because as the years go on, it becomes more of a risk for data rot. So yeah, think about those really important family videos. You might have old family home videos for when you were like 3 years old, running around the backyard. Definitely put those in your memory box. That is perfect. It's exactly what we're talking about when we say to be picky. Those moments are the most special, to me at least. And then, we know how easy it is to communicate with each other. So if you have little clips of like FaceTime or, anything like that, like Snapchats, definitely put them into your time capsule. If you've gone viral on TikTok and you want to save that funny video, those videos are only, 60 seconds, less. They're very, very short, so it's not going to take up too much space in your time capsule. But remember to put in your favorites. Remember to put in, what kind of music you're listening to. If you want to put in your favorite song of that year, definitely drag and drop that if it's an MP4 file and put it in there. And if you have like a favorite movie or something that really impacted you, I know for me over COVID, I really started to get into like Studio Ghibli, so I love Spirited Away, and all these like movies. And I think that just dragging and dropping a picture of that will remind me of what I liked during that time. So definitely, guys, think about things that maybe you're into, your newest obsessions, and put in pictures of those, because there is so much room for creativity and there's no rules on our end. So it's really about what you want to save. And if you just joined the live, we're talking about memory boxes, which is one of our products, and it's one of my favorite ones because it's storage only, and there's so many different things that you could do with it. It's like a blank canvas, and you can really include whatever you want. You can save anything that's up to 20 gigabytes. After that, you'll have to buy a new memory box. But again, we definitely want you guys to separate them. Let's say that you just went on a really amazing vacation. Do a vacation memory box so you have everything safe and secure in one spot. And, your Christmas holidays will be in another memory box, so it's not just all mixed in one. So once you do create it, you have everything you want. Your time capsule will be cataloged. It'll be handed over to our trust to care for generations of your family and your friends to enjoy. So it's a really beautiful moment. It's a great place to save everything that you like. And, 150 years is quite a long time, and you can pick that opening date from the day that you create it in the next 50 years. Anytime between then, you can choose an opening date. So, it's a great product for anyone who's very sentimental, anyone who's looking for a thoughtful gift for someone, for a family member or a friend, or anyone that wants to memorialize someone that maybe passed away. We do a lot of like legacy boxes, which is, when someone is no longer here, but you want to save all the photos and videos of them and put them in a memory box. So it's always great to look back on photos and videos, but time capsules really help people capture so much more than just that. And yeah, anyone that's really serious about preserving their media from their landmark events knows that photos fade after time and videos do warp and technologies move on. So thousands of people have converted their old videos and scanned endless photos and memorabilia into digital storage. So this is a great place to put all of that digital storage. Now, lastly, I want to show you a quick little video. It's called the Imagine video, and it'll give you an idea of like the various ways in which you could use these memory boxes, and then we'll hop right to the end. Okay guys, before I logged off for the weekend, I want to show you as well like what our Amazon storefront looks like and how to navigate that. So I have my other screen pulled up and we're going to be going through this together. So if you click products, it's a good way for you to learn a little bit more about our products, especially if you just joined, no worries. Everything you need to know is on our Amazon page. And yeah, I mean, our memory boxes are right here. They're on Amazon Prime, which is awesome. So if you want to add that to your cart, you should. Only 7 left in stock, guys. So, you know, if you have any, I think we're still in Virgo season. If you have any birthdays coming up, definitely buy them a memory box. And if all of your friends, obviously, you know, $449 is not attainable for everyone. But if you want to have your friends and family pitch in, you could make it like a group gift. That'd be a fun idea. So obviously you can learn a little bit more about our products and really just like look into our technology and what you think would be the best fit for you and like your needs. Also, everything I'm saying always is on the left. It's all certified here. The Ethereum smart contract, the OCLC library. We also won the Big Innovation Award in 2021, or sorry, January of 2020. So that was really exciting. But if you go over here, this will be a great place for you to look at all of our products and then also just the product comparison chart and see what would work really well for you. So above my like head, right, almost got it. Right there is the memory box and it's preserved for 150 years. You get that. Check. You get your own, you know, you get a space for a 30-minute video, which is great because you get templates from us if you want like interview guided questions just to help you come out with some really heartfelt content. Now over here you get 20 gigabytes of digital storage. If you see throughout all the other products, none of our products offer 20 gigabytes except for the memory box. So really good, I think, bang for your buck. 2 gigabytes is great if you're saving like, you know, some important files and maybe like a picture of your passport or something like that, which would be funny because mine is a horrible picture. But I think 20 gigabytes allows for more space and I'm someone who would definitely want that. Again, you also get your genealogy record. All of them get the genealogy record. All of them are mapped on the International Time Capsule Society registry. All of them get a personalized library record except for like the 50-year DIY, which is one of the basic ones. And then, yeah, I guess the luxury gift folder is there. And it looks like the memory box isn't optional, is not for the blockchain. So those are the other ones, my mistake. But yeah, I mean, this is a really great product for, like we said, legacies. I really think that like any of these are applicable to all of our products because, you know, you're filling your time capsule with heartfelt stories, landmark moments, and timeless tales. So all of them could be, you know, legacies, convenience. I think the memory box is a super easy product and it's pretty well-rounded because you get everything that you want. But like I said before, it's cataloged like on the registry and also because it's a premium product, it's on the WorldCat. So what does that mean? If you make, let's say you buy your aunt a memory box for her birthday, she puts it together, she's super excited, but then she's a little bit older and she's not tech savvy. So she's like, hey, I did this memory box with you, but I don't know where to find it. They said it would be on this library. How do I find that? So let's do it together. Here's Google. You type in the WorldCat. It brings you to the world's largest library catalog. Like we said, see, it's an OCLC, which is what we are. And then you go into your aunt's time capsule. I'm going to be showing you guys my grandma's because she is the one that lets me use hers as an example and it's public. So here's your aunt's time capsule. It's right here. And obviously, if it is private, we wouldn't be able to go in and view online. It would be like password protected, but this one is not. So this one's public. So you click view online and you are brought to her library record. Now my grandma has a personalized library record, which means there's a picture of her beautiful face right there. You'll be getting a basic and a personalized, so she has both as well. But then the whole thing, like there's an item description, so you know everything about the file, everything about like what's in it, the description of, you know, the internal components of the time capsule. And then also the whole thing is transcribed and time-stamped. So if you have like a video, that's a great thing to have, as well as the fact that when you scroll all the way down, you get your storage link. So then my grandma, for example, can post this on her Facebook, send this to everyone in the whole world that she loves, and they'll be able to watch her not forgotten video, which she looks great in. There's some B-roll too, and there she goes, talking about her life.
At lunch there, watch the beef eater.
So love her, great. But the whole point is how easy it is to find. Now on the right side, you see this little download button. Once you have like the login details, you'll be able to log in. Obviously, you can do that. And, oops, there's all my emails. And that's how easy it is. So that's how easy it is to log in and download it and share it however you want to on any of your social media platforms. Again, this is, you can go gifts. You can figure out like if you want to make like fighters and survivors, if they want to make memory boxes. Really, there's a lot of different ones. We have graduate time capsules, which is a great thing. That's actually me when I graduated college, so that's funny. But when you scroll down, oh my god, I forgot that was there. When you scroll down, yeah, you can really add whatever you want, which is cool. And yeah, you can safeguard your memories for generations. So that's how easy it is to find, which is really great. It's cataloged on the Time Capsule Registry. But yeah, so this one, throwing me off, seeing a picture of myself from years ago before pandemic times. But yeah, here's the memory box. It's $449. It's available on Amazon Prime. There's 7 left in stock, and you'll be able to get it, I think, by Monday? Free delivery Thursday, yeah. So it's a really good time to get it. And this is the luxury packaging we were just talking about and what I just showed you. So when you get them, please don't think that you're getting this metal tube. You are not 100%. You are not getting that, but you are getting an amazing digital product that you also have some tangible materials to hold on to if you are someone who prefers that. So that is pretty much all we have for today. I did the unboxing a little bit differently. I did it first just because I think the product is the real star of the show. The envelope is just something that you get as an added feature to have, especially when you're gifting it to someone who may not be as tech savvy. So again, we are, very concerned about preserving your memories here at Not Forgotten. That is our whole goal, is to make sure that everything that you love is going to be able to be accessed, enjoyed, preserved, and all of your family members will be able to look at it. So your mom in New York will be able to look at the same memory box you're looking at all the way in California or London or wherever you are viewing it from. It's a great way to keep your memories safe and to be able to introduce yourself to people you may never meet. And it's like your memory box, or it's like an event's memory box. You can really theme it however you want. But you won't have to, scratch through files. You won't have to go through old hard drives or USBs or even Google Dropbox links, iCloud. Everything will be organized for you, and it'll be just a lot easier to find later on down the line. And yeah, it's all built on unique technology. So if you guys do want it, definitely hop on Amazon right now and purchase it on Amazon Prime as well. And again, it's priced at $449. It's going to be hard to find anything else like this on the market because it's a very unique next generation digital time capsule, and it's a gift unlike any other. So if you guys want to gift something very personal, or if you want to start, holiday shopping, I know my boyfriend's family just did Secret Santa already, and we're on October 1st. So if you guys are already thinking about holiday gifts, this is perfect, and definitely try it out. Let me know what you think, and if you have any questions, as always, comment below. I will address them next episode. Friday, 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We will be here every week for Amazon shopping. So thank you guys so much for tuning in. I hope you have a great weekend.